an event, they'll connect you to the building manager to make sure that you can get that scheduled in. Thì quý vị ơi, hồi nãy mới có câu hỏi đó, nếu mà có nhóm cộng đồng nào muốn sinh hoạt ở đây, muốn làm lễ, muốn làm tổ chức gì ở đây đó, không cần phải hỏi tới cháu, không cần phải hỏi tới ai hết đó. Quý vị cứ tới tận nơi đây, bất cứ những nhân viên nào đó ở ngoài đằng trước cửa đó có thể giúp quý vị đi đặt cái giờ đó. There's no, yeah. So all office specialists, all the staff here can help you reserve a time. Okay, great.
Yeah, so when will be the grand opening and what kind of services will be available?
So the grand opening is going to be next Saturday. I'm sorry, this Saturday? Oh my gosh. Yeah, this Saturday that's going to happen. Oh, ribbon cutting. Thank you. What did I say? Well, to me it's the same thing. But so we're doing the ribbon cutting, but what we're going to be doing that weekend is really giving tours like this, so the public gets used to the building and can see where they want to go. And also we want everybody to understand not just the services that are going to be here, but feel comfortable coming in for those services. So that's going to be on Saturday from noon to 5. Noon to 5?
Yep, noon to 5.
And we're going to do as many tours as we can, and people are going to be able to use the stairs by then. But do you want to translate that?
Sure. Thứ bảy này đó sẽ là cái lễ ra mắt cho cộng đồng. Thì lúc đó là từ 12 giờ đến 5 giờ quý vị tới đây sẽ có mọi người ai tới đây sẽ có được đi cơ hội. Thực sự là mình muốn cho mọi người đi tour nhưng mà sẽ dẫn vô đi tour 300-400 người đầu tiên sẽ được đi tour. Ngoài đó sẽ có lễ sân khấu, có chương trình, có nhiều cái vui vẻ bên ngày đó.
And then as services become available, I'm going to let Betty cover that.
So, this building you can see is still in construction. The moment it gets done on Friday, we have the party on Saturday. We don't want the community to wait to have to see the building. We feel like people have waited long enough. Everyone has seen it go up in construction outside. So we wanted folks to come in right away for the ribbon cutting to see the inside of the building. After that, we're going to close up again and move all of our staff in. We move all of our staff, our medical equipment, our office equipment. All the desks right now are empty. We're going to fill it with computer equipment. That takes about a month to move everybody in. And we're going to open our doors for soft opening on November 22nd. From then on, it's going to be a ramping up period, hiring more staff, bringing more equipment in, and we're going to be celebrating our grand opening, which indicates our full service operations on 3rd of 2022, so February 6th. Quý vị ơi, hồi nãy có câu hỏi là chừng nào mình khai trương. Thứ bảy này là cái lễ ra mắt. Tại vì thứ sáu vừa xong cái là thứ bảy là chào mừng mọi cộng đồng tới để có thể thấy được cái trung tâm này. Mình không có được đợi nữa, không có muốn ai đợi lâu nữa. Sau khi đó là mình sẽ đóng cửa lại, bắt đầu dọn nhân viên vô. Gần 1 tháng mới xong cái việc đó, dọn bác sĩ, y tá, y tế, nhân viên, thư ký, ai cũng đã dọn vô trong thời gian đó. Và ngày 22 tháng 11 là sẽ mở cửa đằng trên bắt đầu phục vụ cho quý vị. Trong thời gian đó, từ đó cho tới tháng 2 đó là mình sẽ tiếp tục dọn vô nhân viên để cho có thể có tất cả phục vụ. Cho nên khai trương thực sự đó là dịp Tết của mình năm 2022, ngày 6 tháng 2.
Let me just add one other thing. So we had so many people involved in the process, community people, and many of them were seniors, and I don't want them to miss seeing the ribbon cutting. And that's partly why we're opening earlier. Like we could have waited till February, but we want to start letting people experience this, and that's really to honor the elders of the community.
Thưa quý vị ơi, đáng lẽ đó là nếu mà mình làm đúng theo cái quy tắc của Cộng hạt đó là mình tháng 2 mới mở cửa, phải không? Nhưng và Cindy Chavez muốn nói là trong cái thời gian mà mình tham khảo với cộng đồng á, đa số của những người tới tham dự là những người cao niên, cho nên mình không có muốn đợi thêm giây phút nào nữa, mình không có muốn cho ai đợi tới sang năm để thấy được cái trung tâm này, cho nên thêm cái lý do tại sao mình mở cửa thứ bảy này cho mọi người có thể vô thăm viếng.
So in that 2011 study, the county identified a certain number of health disparities among the Vietnamese American population. Are there certain goals or metrics or numbers that the county is trying to hit to sort of close that gap with this center? What would that look like?
That's a really good question. I mean, I think the first thing we want to do is make sure that we're getting to those early exams, particularly if you think about cervical cancer. And I think as it relates to both asthma as well, but the other area that we see a heightened impact to the Vietnamese community, very much like the Latino community, is diabetes. So, as we think about community goals, those goals that we're going to be setting, I think, will probably probably be done more with community partners in mind, so that we can look at what the implications of the first health assessment, and then start to do these health assessments at a more regular time. I think the important thing that Supervisor Cortese said, which I at the time didn't realize, is that we've been doing health assessments in our county for a while now. The Vietnamese American Health Assessment, his point was that it was one of the first in the country. We've since done one for children, one for the African American community. The one for the African American community resulted in an investment in the Roots Clinic here, which is an Afrocentric health clinic that's on the Alameda. And actually that's going to lead to more investments. So in part it's driving our investments, and in part it's helping us take a look at where we need to do a better job around education. The Children's Health Assessment really helped us understand how critical it was to make sure that we were looking at children's health. So we actually expanded our diabetes programming for kids, because that's a significant problem here. Eyeglasses are a significant problem for children, as is dentistry. And so, again, we've invested resources and partnership with other organizations to really focus on those needs for kids. So I think it's been helpful in terms of helping us focus. But you raise a good point that I think the way we think about goals has to be done in partnership with the community as well.
Oh, there's another question.
Joy.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question about the transportation with a new location. So you might have a what bus you can stop here to pick up the old people.
Chú hỏi là mình.
Cái xe bus á, xe bus nào có thể stop lại để mà mấy con già cũng đến được.
Oh, is that BTA bus system? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head which route we're on, but I certainly know that one of the things that we're taking a look at is mobility for a couple of reasons. One is the senior nutrition program here. So my guess is that as we start off, we're going to learn a little bit about how people get here, and if we need to provide support, figure out how to do that. But I'm sure we don't know the answer to all of that yet, and I can't remember what bus line comes by here, but it's more than one. We're actually in a really great intersection because we have multiple bus stops along this, along Center, and multiple, as you know, along Tully. This is a really good backbone for transit. I just don't remember our bus lines.
Thank you.
But I'll know them by Saturday.
We'll make sure we get all the bus lines. That's gonna be part of our outreach and engagement too, to let people know which bus lines to get here. The senior nutrition program will also have a Meals on Wheels component for door-to-door delivery of meals for homebound seniors in the area.
That's really great.
Any other questions? Joy?
Do we need to make a reservation to use on a meeting room in here?
Yes, you do have to reserve the spaces, and
Yeah.
any of our front desk staff could help you reserve them.
All right.
I know you want to have lunch up here. I do. But you get to have dinner right now. You're the first one. You're the first group. We have had one meeting in the building so far. And you're our second.
Are there any other questions?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
So with the clinics downstairs, how many people do you think the center will be able to serve annually?
Well, so the clinic on the second floor is its standalone Valley Health Center. The implication of that is that it's going to be the 13th health clinic in the county. Sometimes when we have locations like this, it becomes a satellite location or an extension of an existing clinic. We were going to be an extension of the Tully Clinic, but once our staff got in here, saw the footprint, started talking about the type of service planning, we basically changed course to make this its own freestanding clinic. We anticipate serving 3,000 patients per year.
And even that, I think, is low. I think people are going to love this place. I think they're going to want, this will be an extension for them of a safe place to be. All right, anybody else? I see we have some folks from our builder, Redan, here. Let's give them a round of applause because they're working so hard to get us in here. And we appreciate it, which is why they're here so late. And we're going to, on Saturday, we'll look forward to seeing you. And one of the reasons we wanted to show you this early is we wanted to make sure people in the community knew they were welcome to the Saturday event. No matter where they are, whether they're Vietnamese or American or not, Saturday is going to be a grand opening. And we really want to, ribbon cutting, and we really want to open up the doors for folks to get a gander in this beautiful place and to see the services that are in here.
Yeah, it's a good vị ơi, hôm nay tuy là thứ bảy này có là lễ ra mắt nhưng mà hôm nay đã cho quý vị tới đây để cho có thể nhờ các báo chí có thể giúp phổ biến cái tin tức của cái trung tâm này để cho mời mọi người tới thứ bảy này ăn mừng với nhau nhé.
And also, I just want to say thank you to our staff and Roberto in particular, and Lee, who's going to be a lead staff person here